This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not stopping a Mercer Island street brawl, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.org.
Sediment cleanup of the lower Duwamish River has begun. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the members of the Lower Duwamish Waterway Group, which includes King County, the City of Seattle, and Boeing, have begun sediment cleanup of the Lower Duwamish Waterfalls Superfund site. This important environmental project will address sediment pollution and help restore the health of the Duwamish River. Starting on the waterway's upper reach, construction activities extend from the South 102nd Street Bridge down straight to the Duwamish Waterway Park. Over the next 3 years, in-water activities will occur from October to February, ending in February 2027. Visit ldwg.org to learn about the upper reach cleanup and sign up for email updates.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me each week for a listening tour of the first century of jazz. An eclectic mix of Dixieland, big band, cool jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, world jazz, all jazz in all forms. That's Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio, streaming worldwide on rainieravenue.radio.world.
Greetings. This is your host, DJ Neftali, Rainier Avenue Radio.world, the best DJ in the Seattle area. You can catch me every Monday at 8 p.m. on YouTube. Like I said, this is DJ Neftali, the best reggae in Seattle, Washington, the best radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Come on, right?
A new law is helping people save more money on prescription drug costs. You may also be able to save with Medicare's Extra Help program. Your premium cost can be zero and your out-of-pocket expenses are low. Who should apply? Single individuals earning less than $23,000 a year or married couples earning less than $31,000 a year. Even if you don't think you qualify, you should still check out this program. Visit ssa.gov/extrahelp. Medicare costs are covered by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio,
your community radio station.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo
and your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself
here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio
every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
Here go the first song.
I'ma start with this. I miss you, bro, and not a day goes by without you in my thoughts. I still break down at times, wiping tears from my eyes, having a real hard time dealing with this loss. You were more than a homie, more like my brother, down for each other no matter the cost. Since 6th grade, homie, at Mercer Middle School, about 12 years old, yeah, we kept it locked. Now everything's changed, it'll never be the same, cause the Lord that called you home early. No more suffering and no more pain, now you're free as a bird, and it must be lovely. You got your wings now, living with the king now. Oh yeah, hey, say what up to Tone for me. Y'all finally reunited after all these years, sitting back reminiscing about when y'all was kids, huh? And it's crazy, bro, coming to grips with the fact you ain't here no more. Yeah, I still stop and stare when I see your name, when I'm scrolling through the contacts in my phone. But one thing I learned about dealing with death is that one thing's for sure, homie, life goes on, but you'll never be forgotten. I'm keeping them alive, homie, that's my promise. Don't leave word is born. Starting with this song, we celebrating your life. One of the coldest when it came down to rocking the mic. A hip-hop legend in the 206 that had dreams one day to have your name in lights. So yeah, Birdie Bird, this one's for you. Go ahead, homeboy, and let your light shine through. I know you up there watching over us all, looking down at us from a bird's eye view.
I'm crying tears cause you left me here, going through life without my partner, it's what I feel. Now you're gone and we miss you. Just watch over us through your bird's eye view. I know you got bling on your angel wings, pretty birdie. Your legacy will live on, even though you're gone and we miss you. Please watch over us through your bird's eye view.
Damn, I guess it's true. Die young. Time always flies when you're having fun. When you're young and dumb, life's just begun. Remember when we did your 21 run? I took you out and got you trashed. Toasted hella shots to becoming a man. Living life carefree, talking about a future, but never did we think about God's plan. We were city to city with these street level flows, doing hella shows, even groupie, whoa. Keep it on the hush and that's for show. We became family, my little bro. I was there for you when the homie tone passed. You were there for me when my girl smashed. The struggles that we shared together that created a bond that will always last. But then the crew broke up and then we fell out. We all made mistakes without a doubt. I'm just thankful for the day that we were able to squash that. This shit didn't work it out. I can't believe you're gone and your girl moved on. All the love and charm, it was all a con, it was all a game. We were all our pawns. I let karma be the judge of the one who was wrong. And when it's time to go, please forgive me for my sins and I hope and pray that heaven lets me in, just so I can see your cheesy grin. D-Sane and Pretty Birdie making music again. But until then, my friend, I live the dream for you. Like Diddy miss Biggie, bro, I miss you too. And R.I.P. to Breezy J, salute. I know y'all watching from a bird's eye view.
I'm crying tears cause you left me here, going through life without my partner, that's what I feel. Now you're gone and we miss you. Just watch over us through your bird's eye view. Yeah. I know you got bling on your angel wings, pretty birdie. Your legacy will live on even though you're gone and we miss you. Please watch over us through your bird's eye view. My heart hurts, oh how my heart hurts. You're the one who told me to put God first, so I clean my life up, don't wanna live dirty. We miss you, oh yes, we miss you, birdie. Yeah, my heart hurts, oh how my heart hurts. You're the one who told me to put God first, so I clean my life up, don't wanna live dirty. We miss you, oh yes, we miss you, birdie. I'm crying tears cause you left me here, going through life without my partner, that's what I feel. Now you're gone and we miss you. Just watch over us through your bird's eye view. Yeah. I know you got bling on your angel wings, pretty birdie. Your legacy will live on even though you're gone and we miss you. Please watch over us through your bird's eye view.
Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, every Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. R.I.P. Birdie, man. That joint right there is Bird's Eye View, featuring Critical, Jazz Digger, and, of course, D-Sane, who's in the studio tonight, man. Woo, we about to have some stories. You already know. You already know. As always, Fresh Juice hosted by the Juice Pack. Myself, D-Money.
The Filipino El Padrino. Patron.
D-Yourself, you heard?
You're not going to put some steak on that one, ID?
I didn't know how long he was going to go, so I was going to like let him go for a second and be like, D-Yourself, you heard?
I like that.
For sure. And hopefully the fourth member of the team, OG Mambo, should be joining us as well. So hopefully that'll. But like I said, D-Sane in the studio, and we're also going to be joined by Compton's own Infra Redd. Be joining us live, man. Compton, Bompton, grew up watching Death Row Records operate. So yeah, I'm sure you got some stories too. So
they bumped him.
You know what it is. All right. So as always, Fresh Juice is available on all podcast platforms after the show, on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, and Amazon Music and all the other ones. We appreciate you if you're tuning in and not live, but also pre-recorded. We appreciate you tuning in there. But we, of course, are live right now on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Instagram. Go ahead and show us some love in the comments. If you have questions for our guests, anything along that nature, feel free to drop it on. We'll keep the comments going on throughout the program. We're also available. We have a Facebook group. You can follow us there at facebook.com. That's groups. That's Fresh Juice Media. We're on IG at X at Fresh Juice Media. And you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@ Fresh Juice Media for all Fresh Juice content. And you can like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you get all ring the bell on YouTube, you get all Fresh Juice content first before anybody else. Feel free to just type that in your browser. You can skip the search engine. It will take you right to the page. Remember, we do live shows for you almost every week. You can watch it whenever you want. And we do YouTube shorts so you can recap their favorite moments on the daily. So there you go, youtube.com/@ Fresh Juice Media. Take a minute right now and subscribe. We already got DJ Jersey checking in. R.I.P. Birdie. Appreciate you, Jersey. And yo, Miles Salvador showing us love as always from Phil Am Radio. And yeah, before we get into our guests, we're going to take a look at 1 year ago on this show and commemorate what happened last 1 year ago. We had Jordan Rodriguez on the show of Sincere Tacoma. And yeah, he told us about a very a very important incident in his life when he had a big scooter accident, man. So this is Jordan Rodriguez explaining his scooter accident, which happened 1 year ago on Fresh Juice. Enjoy.
I was a professional scooterer when I was a kid. When I broke my leg, my friend Kenny challenged me to a game of Scoot. I got to copy the trick. If I don't, I get the letter. So he did a 360 tail whip over a spine. I'm like, man, that's nothing. I went up and overspun and missed my deck. I landed spinning. I lifted up my leg. My ankle was sideways.
You felt it and heard it and all that?
All that. I felt the Jimmy and the jostle of the broken bones rubbing.
Ow.
Bro, I was 13.
Ouch.
Yep.
Yeah,
I lifted up my leg and dangled in 3 different directions.
Oh.
I was like, and I only had military coverage for my university place. I had to get taken off to Madigan, Fort Lewis. I drive with those legs broken.
Hey, man.
I was in a wheelchair for a year. It told me 2 years.
Wow.
But I was determined.
Wow. Man.
I was going to ask if you
Bro, they always say your kids going to go through scrapes and bruises and crap like that all their life, but it's like, I couldn't imagine my 13-year-old, and my kid's 10, I couldn't imagine him being 3 years from now breaking something like that. So.
Yeah, man. It's
that was crazy.
He got better, man, and he's been a staple in the Tacoma area, man. That sincere Tacoma is popping, man. So shouts out to him.
Shout out to Jordan, man.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, we got a couple of guests to bring in. Patron, do you want the honors?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do this.
All right, man. Special show tonight lined up. We got a legend from Seattle, coming from the 206. Shout out to the Sane, shout out to the Insane, but we're going to keep it on your brain. Woo! We got D-Sane. Fresh
What's
juice.
good, homie?
Hey.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man.
It's been a long time coming.
Did we have you on a small feature back in the day on this show? I can't remember.
No.
Okay, so this is your first time ever. Okay.
I think we did something once. Back when before you were rocking with Rainier Avenue Radio.
Oh wow. Juice Radio.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Fresh Juice. Yeah.
Yeah, Fresh Juice, but pre Rainier Avenue Radio days.
Okay.
When I put out the Birdie Project.
Dang.
Wow, all the way back then.
Yeah, so that was 10 years ago.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Legendary again.
Man, well, we got another one who's coming on for the first time as well, Patron. Bring him in.
Also join us remotely, West Coast representative. You might have heard him on Oh You Mad.
Hey.
Might have heard him on I'm a P for Life featuring Cocaine.
Woo!
Might have heard him on Thugged Out. Compton, Get the Bread. We got Infra Redd.
What's up with it, bro?
What's good, Infra?
Oh, shit, in the studio, man, working on another record, man. What's going down with y'all, man?
Okay. Delivering them.
Everything good, man. Everything good.
Everything. San Diego.
What happened? What happened?
My chair is having technical difficulties.
The chair is having difficulties.
That's a barber issue, right?
I'm over here hitting the switches.
All right, man.
I didn't know this chair had 3-wheel motion.
It might. It just might. All right, man. Well, everybody's here. We're ready to have some fun. So let's kick it off with our favorite game show on Fresh Juice. Everybody together. Take yo. Hey. Yeah. All right. Very easy to play. Take your pick. We give you 2 different options. You just choose one of them. All right. We get you involved in the comment section, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Give your answers to the questions, and we'll flash them on the screen, and we'll pick one of them and celebrate it on the follow as our favorite commenter. So feel free to stand out, be funny, be intellectual, but we'll pick one of y'all and celebrate you, man. So, all right, here we go with our first take your pick of the evening. Live in a DC world or a Marvel world? Which world would you live in?
You're really splitting the room right now. You know that, right?
That's the point.
I grew up playing Marvel vs. Capcom as a video game, and it was a really epic video game for my childhood. So I'm gonna go Marvel on this one.
Who'd you pick, man, in Marvel vs. Capcom? Who was your go-to?
Oh man. I mean, to be all real, you always play with Wolverine. I can't lie to you.
Wolverine. Okay, I see.
That's just like, you know,
I see.
Going front. It's like picking Odd Job on 007, but I'm not gonna front though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never read the comics, but just based off the movies, Marvel's way more lit, man.
Yeah.
I love the X-Men, Wolverine. I like the first 2 Captain Americas. So I'm gonna just go with Marvel.
But the funny thing about it being more lit, you have a better chance of being killed.
Well, they got different universes. You just come back to life.
Yeah, you just wanted to say something. You just had something to say, D-Money.
I mean, I hear as long as you stay away from New York City, you might be safe. So
see that.
Yeah,
all right,
that too.
All right, Dean, let us know. You living in a Marvel world or a DC world?
What you going with, man?
Yeah.
Marvel.
All right, living in the Marvel world.
Infra Redd, what you got, man?
Which one you living in?
Man, Marvel, man. I love Wolverine, man. That dude.
Yeah. That's what I thought, man. ID said the room was split. I was like, nah, this is pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like 5 DC characters.
I mean, I've never really been a big fan of either, to be honest, but
yeah,
I was never into comic books or anything like that. But...
Right. Oh, we got station manager Tony B crashing
I asked
the show.
him if he was gonna make a guest.
There we go, man.
Good to see you, family.
Yeah. Yeah, you might enjoy some of the
you
clips.
gonna stick around?
You might enjoy some of the clips that we posted from his episode on the YouTube channel, yo. All right, let's go on to the next one. Here we go. Take your pick. Lose your sense of touch or your sense of sight.
I have to do the sight, and I really don't want to, but I gotta do the sight.
Yeah.
Sense of touch. You can't
Bro,
even.
that's like, bro, you gonna cut your hands off today.
I know.
What you doing?
Bro, that's like getting your hand. That's like getting your hands cut off tonight.
Ooh,
Like
that's
tonight,
tough
dude.
thing.
Bro, and you gotta watch.
I go with sight too, man. I can't lose my touch.
Yeah. I gotta agree with both D-Sane and Infra Redd,
bro.
Or Patron, but
and Patron. Sorry, and
that's how we keep in touch, man.
I actually did not opine on this yet, but I'm gonna go with the general consensus is that none of us want to lose the touch. So
yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, Grumpus is saying lose his sight. That's an interesting guess right there.
No, that's what we all said.
Okay. Lose his sight instead.
No, we're going with lose your sight.
He says
Yeah,
touch. He says touch can lead to sight when done right. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, he got too poetic with it. Touch can lead to sight when it's done right.
All right.
That's like
Let's see. Miles says lose sense of touch. DJ is Jersey is thinking about something I can't say on the air, so we can see that. And let's see, Junior's saying what the F? Okay. All right, man. Let's get to the next one. Here we go. Take your pick. Only speak in Morse code or binary.
Oh man. Who came up with this question?
Binary is just the zeros and
Must
ones.
be you, because you laughed.
Yo, we're gonna get a panel of people to
I guess
submit
I'm gonna go with the
questions.
binary, man.
They going binary?
You know what binary is?
I thought it's just the
Bro,
zeros
the
and
other
ones.
guys, you know what binary is, dog?
But that's
I
gonna.
guess I'm gonna just text you that because I don't want to be.
No, I'm doing Morse code because that's gonna be.
Bro, I'm doing
I
Morse
can't listen
code
to
all
that.
day.
No.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a lot less because if you think about all those zeros and ones that go into whatever code or whatever you're trying to relay, that could be a long string of numbers, man.
Bro, that's like
You don't even think about binary.
Patron, that's like 17.
Yeah, 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 0.
That's like 17 pages of numbers.
Diddy dot dash dash dot.
Patron gonna write 17 pages of numbers for one paragraph.
Right.
Yo, we all going Morse code, B.
I gotta.
What are you doing, Infra?
I gotta go Morse code. I can't go to. Hey, this is a difficult, brazy question. Who came up?
Shout out to Grumpus going binary. Okay. And let's see, DJ Jersey. It's zeros and ones or major beeps. Either way sucks. Yeah, for sure. All right, here we go with the next one. Take your pick. Is it gonna get weirder? Have no fingernails or eyelashes.
That's easy,
bro.
Yeah,
that's easy. No eyelashes.
No eyelashes.
That's easy.
That's easy. I mean, because think about all the things you use your fingernails for. Like, how are you gonna be able to scratch yourself if you got an itch? Or
I get a back scratcher, dog. I'll get a back scratcher, dog.
I mean, that would definitely go in the pro in the pro section, but there's a lot of cons.
Yeah, for sure.
And not being able to scratch your ass is one of them.
I'll get a back scratcher, dog.
Get a back scratcher, but that you gotta
okay.
I'm gonna get a back scratcher for every part of my body so I can separate the germs.
Mix them.
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna get 20 back scratchers.
No eye.
20, so each body part can get its own piece. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get the germs spread around.
Oh man.
I gotta scratch my ass. I ain't trying to scratch my ass with the same back scratcher that I scratched my face with.
This man is thinking.
I got some hot ideas going on over here, dog.
Grumpus says I can use other things to scratch with. Okay.
I don't even want to know what that means.
Infra Redd, what you said you was doing?
Yeah.
Eyelashes, man. They got
yeah.
Y'all gonna get them tattooed back on. I already know what y'all on.
The tattooed eyelashes.
I already know what type of time y'all on.
DJ Jersey says no eyelashes, looking like a troll.
The troll got extra eyelash.
Yo, trolls don't have eyelashes, B?
What you doing, D Money?
It's no eyelash for me as well, man. You know, just not being able to pick up things, not be able to scratch. You need those fingernails.
You just can't pick up.
I have long, nice eyelashes, dog. I'm gonna need to give me some back scratchers.
We got
I might even get the metal back scratchers for the tough spots.
The metal ones?
For the tough spots, for the tough
metal
spots.
Scratcher?
For the tough
that
spots,
hurt?
bro. You gotta have the, the gristle spots,
The gristle spots?
You gotta get that gristle. You gotta get that gristle.
I mean, if you wash, it's not so bristly.
I don't know the gristle spot.
Did I walk myself into that?
I guess you did, man. You need to wash more.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Was that the last one?
How fine get the gristle?
I think we have one more. All right.
Let's go.
Take your pick. The ability to heal yourself but not others, or heal others but not yourself.
Well, listen, I'm gonna get my ass beat. No, listen. I'm gonna get my ass beat if somebody finds out that I'm a healer and I don't heal them, and I won't be able to heal myself. So I'm gonna have to be able to heal myself and nobody else, because I'm not trying to get my ass beat because I didn't heal somebody and they mad because I ran out of powers that day and I needed to wait till 7 a.m. the next day and they get pissed off with my hours. So, you know what I'm saying? I got business hours. I got a business to run here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we took that question in a whole different direction.
Yeah, I took it very seriously. I took it very seriously.
Yeah, he had a whole dissertation on how he needs to heal himself.
You never know when you're gonna get punched in the face, dog.
This is
and
true.
after you're 35, you're not healing the same night like in your 20s to go back out and fight them again. You're not getting your get backs like that, bro. You gotta heal.
Facts.
And I'm 39, dog. I gotta heal.
All right, Infra Redd, what are you doing, man?
Man, I gotta heal myself, man. I come first anyways. You know.
Okay.
I gotta heal myself, not others.
Okay.
Heard that.
For real.
You can't give to others unless you can heal yourself.
Hell yeah, you gotta love yourself first too. So I gotta.
I'm sure the best healers of the world, bro, take time for themselves first and foremost before they go out in the world doing their business.
The oxygen mask.
Yeah, right. Grumpus says, heal myself so that I can help others. Mind you, that's help them, not heal them.
You can say that part.
Grumpus. Okay, Grumpus. All right. Indeed. Did you check in on this one?
I did not.
Okay, let's hear yours.
But I'm going to heal myself.
You're going to heal yourself? Okay. And let's see. Junior is also saying myself, not others.
Bro, that is the phase of the world right now. Heal yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real.
DJ says heal myself because if I die, no one gets anything.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was just going to say, because if at some point something happens to you, you're not going to be able to heal anybody anyway. So,
and then somebody go beat your ass.
Or that.
I'm just playing. Sorry, kids.
And let's see. Big Shrek shouting you out, D, the goat. Okay.
What up?
Got a goat mention? All right.
Shout out to Jers. I see you, man. Congrats on the streams. Thanks, bro.
I might go the other direction, man. You know, be altruistic about it. Just heal everybody else, man. And put my faith.
Let you get tired, D Money. Let you get tired one time, okay? On the wrong person, okay? All right. They're kicking your kneecaps out. You gonna limp home.
I'm gonna limp home.
You gonna crawl home mad because you can't heal yourself.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. But
you're gonna get all the Neosporin in the world. You're gonna get 1,000 bottles of Neosporin. It ain't gonna help.
Not the Neosporin.
They're gonna come to your house like, he had 1,000 bottles of Neosporin. And his cuts were still raw. We can't figure it out.
But you know, if I could heal everybody, man, that means the hospital staff will just have to only work on me.
D, would you rather be the heel of the face?
The heel of the face? What do you mean?
It's like a wrestling thing.
I knew exactly what you meant.
Like, if you're gonna be Hollywood Hogan or Hulk Hogan.
I knew you were gonna say that too.
Let's see. Big Shrek also says, "Love your music, Infra Redd. Classic album." Okay, that's what's up. All right, thank everybody for playing. Take your pick, man. We'll choose one of these comments and we'll celebrate it on the following episode, man. But we got to definitely get to the more interview portions of the show. Get to know D-Sane, get to know Infra Redd. All that's coming at you in this show. But right now, we got new music coming at you from Mississippi. B for Better is her name, and she's got this joint called Visions. So check out B for Better right now, right here, Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. We'll be back with D-Sane and Infra Redd right here on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.
Big money visions, big money dreams. But nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. Had to wake up and see the bigger picture. Cause when you bigger, they ain't up with you. And when you bigger, they gon' make you feel little. Cause everything bigger when you smaller. Turn into a baller, you'll get taller. And then they'll wanna call you. It make me wonder why they love their sons but hate their daughters. I hate to be the spoiler. Alert, just took me one to church. They say practice what you preach. In the pews, I'm immersed. Give you tools you can use. Up to you to make them work. If that dude give you blues, it's up to you to know your worth. And that B stand for better, but I knew it could be worse. You could be my enemy, but you would never be the worst. You could be my biggest hater, but you'll never be the first. You could think it's sweet, now and later you'll end up hurt. I don't give a fuck about the culture if it ain't beneficial. They don't really care about the culture, they're so superficial. I don't give a damn about the game, but players ain't official. Mississippi burning in the Emmett Till with the whistle. When you all alone in your bed at night, do you love yourself? Do you love your life? Did it go as planned? Did it turn out right? Or are you lying like the rest of us? You crying like the rest of us? You sick and tired like the rest of us? But you keep trying like the rest of us? Cause that's the truth about the most of us. We're lying to the ones who close to us. We're spending money so they notice us. Still be depressed and stuck, scared that if we opened up, they wouldn't give a fuck. They might take advantage, they may leave you stranded, and this could cause you damage. But I got bigger views. If you could just imagine that they're standing under you, if they don't understand it. Seem like we fed into the system, we became the victims. But we've been winning for a minute, we should feel like victors. We got ways out the trenches, if you paid attention. We got money made, clips for days, and they come extended. When you all alone in your bed at night, do you love yourself? Do you love your life? Did it go as planned? Did it turn out right? Or are you lying like the rest of us? You crying like the rest of us? You sick and tired like the rest of us? But you keep trying like the rest of us. Big money visions, big money dreams, but nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. Had to wake up and see the bigger picture. When you bigger, they ain't going up with you.
Boom. This is
Oh,
Fresh
it's not
Juice.
nighttime.
Shout out to everybody at Rainier Avenue Radio, The Juice Pack, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, OG Mambo, and IDYourself. Salute to y'all, and I appreciate you for having Sincere Tacoma in the building.
A teacher who hurt their back and got prescribed opioids. A daughter trying to cope with a loss in the family. A friend silently struggling, thinking they'll be a burden if they ask for help. People with addiction come from all walks of life, and the truth is they stand a better chance at recovery with our support. Reaching out and sharing local resources can make all the difference. Don't count them out. More people recover with support. Find more ways to help at supportaddictionrecovery.com. That's supportaddictionrecovery.com.
Hey y'all, it's Traffic Jam with Kareem.
Thursday at 4 p.m.
Hey, Traffic Jam. Rainier Avenue Radio, download the app so you don't miss out what's popping with Crack Shining. It's your boy, Cream the Dream, on another beautiful week on here on Traffic Jam in Seattle. I hope you guys doing what you're supposed to do, being you're supposed to be. I got a good show for y'all, a lot to talk about. You know, Kareem the Dream, keep up with everything.
Get your entertainment news with Kareem on the Traffic Jam Thursday at 4 p.m. Hey, Seattle, tune in to Lidline Sports every Monday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
What up, yo? We are back. This is Pep and the man that don't take no mess, Mr. O-P-I-S, Mr. Stevenson. What say you?
I hope you see the hat that I'm wearing right now. That's how mad I am.
I do. Man, you are angry.
I just want to make that be known.
Tune in to Lidline Sports every Monday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Lidline Sports.
Join Rainier Avenue Radio and Safeway Saturday, June 14th at the Rainier Beach location celebrating Juneteenth. There'll be live music from Alex Dugdale and the Fade Jazz Quartet. Get your face painted by a local artist celebrating freedom through food and fellowship. We'll be there with activities including interviews, and we're going to talk to staff from Safeway as well. Hey, we're going to have raffles, and we'll be giving away Safeway gift cards along with a year's supply of Gain laundry detergent. Phenomenal. And yes, a live remote with me, Tony B. Come on down to Safeway and join us and honor Juneteenth by purchasing Black-owned products on Safeway's shelves like Glory Greens, Glory Foods, and Mrs. Richardson's Topping. Safeway, doing it big on Saturday, June 14th. You dig? At your Rainier Beach Safeway location.
Yo, this your boy Infra Redd on Rainier Avenue Radio, rocking with Fresh Juice, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, and OG Mambo. Turn the radio up.
East side, west side, yeah.
Infra Redd.
This how we ride. Come on. Ride around rolling, drive it like it's stolen. Hear 'em talking down, but I'm knowing they ain't on that shit. I been staying down, turn around, now I'm on it. Everybody around, cause I'm up in heavy motion. Don't come around me faking, won't condone it. Nope. I try to treat myself like it's a rolling. You wanna float and ride, jump in the ocean. Ain't used to know my name, but now they know me.
Don't believe the hype, took a chance, roll the dice. Hands on the thigh, lipstick on the ice. She be horn that night, two lefts and the right. Came from the block, now it's first class flight. Infrared, baby, I don't play that. Better tell your baby daddy, better fall back. And I stay fitted, like a fitted hat. Cause a nigga like me puts one on the track. This it would drive you crazy. Lil' mama got a payment. My life is so amazing. 4G all white Mercedes.
Ride around rolling, drive it like it's stolen. Here I'm talking down, but I'm knowing they ain't on this shit. I've been staying down, turn around, now I'm on it. Everybody around, cause I'm up in heavy motion. Don't come around me faking, we'll condone it. I told her treat my tongue like it's a rolling. You wanna float and ride, jump in the ocean. Ain't used to know my name, but now they know me.
How you know a killer, he ain't kill shit? How he real with a fake shit? Got my old bitch with my new shit. On some new shit. 80K for the whip. From the trap to the red carpet. Heavyweight and they can't stop it. Still brackin', rich poppin'. No budget when I'm shopping. This is what drive you crazy. Lil' mama gotta pay me. My life is so amazing. 4G all white Mercedes.
Ride around rolling, drive it like it's stolen. Here I'm talking down, but I'm knowing they ain't on this shit. I've been staying down, turn around, now I'm on it. Everybody around, cause I'm up in heavy motion. Don't come around me faking, we'll condone it. I told her treat my tongue like it's a rolling. You wanna float and ride, jump in the ocean. Ain't used to know my name, but now they know me. East side, west side, yeah. This how we ride.
Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. That is Infra Redd right there with East Side and West Side featuring, is it Mohai or Mohai?
Majay.
Majay. See, I get everything wrong. There we go. Off of,
that one, but yeah, you tried.
Off of the album The Truth.
Yeah, The Truth, man.
The Truth.
The Truth is going up too on the West Coast, man. You know, I'm talking about I'm over 100,000 streams less than 2 months, independent, man. So I'm blessed. Thank God, man. Humble.
That's dope, bro.
That song was West Coast for real.
Yeah,
I thought Pilo was about to drop a verse on that joint. I was waiting for it.
I just dropped that video probably about it's only been a day. Like 10,000 streams on YouTube, and only been it's moving pretty fast, you know.
That's lit, bro. What brought the concept for the video?
East side, west side, you know what I mean? I just kind of just like wanted to talk about how the east side of Compton and talk about how the west side of Compton, you know, we both Compton, but we live a different
completely polar, different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I kind of wanted to show, like, you know what I'm saying, the east sides, they more like D-boys, the west side, we more like, you know what I'm saying, the cars and getting money up out of a woman.
And I like the colors you put in there too. It's a lot of bright colors. I like the attention that it brought to the eye in general. It's a dope video, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks. My boy Kate from Atlanta, he shot the video. I flew him out there and he shoot all my videos. And, you know, I just kind of came up. I just want to do something different, simple, and get back to the fun, man. West Coast, we known for having fun and party music. And I just want to kind of just get back to that type of, you know what I'm saying, frequency.
For sure. Colin Michael says that track was hard. And Grumpus said, booty cleavage alert.
High alert.
What up, Colin?
Was that you walking in that video?
Yeah, we call it B walking. You know, I'm a blood, but no.
Okay. B walking.
Now
get it right.
Oh, D Money knows.
He was walking. You know,
disrespect, homie.
That's on me. That's on me.
You gotta put him on game, fam.
We gonna call it the walk. You know what I'm saying?
The walk. Okay. I see.
So next time D Money just ask him if he was doing the walk, no matter who it is.
Yeah, that
you doing the walk?
That's
yeah.
Yeah, that was me. That was me walking, and then the female in there that was my little money maker, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Sugar Free say, man, for a low price, man, you can have her for the night. You know what I'm talking about?
Honey pot.
That another
man.
Talk game.
Speaking of Sugar Free, man, that I heard that's your mentor, man.
Yeah, man. You know, my uncle is DJ Quick, so you know, Sugar Free kind of took a liking to me. It just like the things I was doing were reminding him when he was little and he was young and stuff. So, you know, me and Sugar Free is Like a lot of promoters, when they be booking him, they like, hey, they book me at the same time. So yeah, man, shout out to Sugar Free, man. He gave me a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom when it comes to the game.
Yeah, man.
What's the most valuable piece of knowledge that you feel like that you're comfortable sharing with the audience that maybe some of the younger folks that look up to the kind of the vampage you took, because running streams like that isn't easy, and it takes a specific talent when it comes to the ear. You got to know how to bend the ear based on the coast you're riding on, and you know how to ride the wave that way, and maybe you can give them a piece of advice that helped you in the way you're doing things today that maybe Sugar Free maybe dropped on you.
Well, you got to be outside. Like how you gonna,
that's a really good one.
How you gonna know what type of music to put out if you're not outside in the clubs and listening to the sound at the present? And I'm outside and all the time. So when I'm outside, I'm kind of paying attention to the crowd, like, because my biggest fan base is females. So I like to let a female dance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more like just on the party music. So me personally, be yourself. But at the same time, man, stick to one sound. Don't try to sound like nobody. Don't try to do what everybody doing.
And kind of piggybacking off what you're saying, it's like what you said. It's like be yourself and be outside being yourself, because that's what's going to show out to people that they don't recognize you, and you're not doing anything the way other people have ever done it because you're being yourself.
Exactly, and have confidence in yourself and be consistent. Like don't let the music frustrate you. I think a lot of people do music for the fame and for the money. No, I do music for the passion. You know what I'm saying? I do love doing it. You feel me?
For sure, man. And you grew up watching Death Row Records operate. All the legends, man. How old were you when that was all going on?
About 11, 12.
11 or 12. Wow.
Yeah, so Tupac's birthday was June the 16th, and my birthday June the 13th. So we Gemini. You feel me? So a lot of time when Quick, my uncle, was producing the records, like All Eyes on Me and mixing and mastering, most, you know what I'm saying? I was just paying attention. All the records they was doing, they was partying. They never really put no thought in the records. They was just like ain't nothing but a gangster party when it was a gangster party. You know what I'm saying? Had a gang of gangbangers in the party, and you know what I'm saying? They were just feeding off the atmosphere and the surroundings, and that's why the records came out like that, because they was just talking about what's going on in their life.
You could definitely feel that in the records too.
I think most of the big major like classic lifetime hit records that were party related came from a genuine moment where somebody just didn't give a hell and just pressed the record button and kept kicking it.
Yeah, because you never know what's going to be a hit. I think people be so in their head trying to make a hit, saying just let me just do what feel good to you. And if
it's like the same way that somebody be trying to get the perfect recording shot, but it'd be that one joker that be in the corner with his cell phone that caught the perfect shot because you weren't paying attention and you was just being yourself.
Exactly, and that's how I came up on music. Like when the Sugar Free stuff, like it looked like somebody stood you up, drug you up, and effed you up. You know what I'm saying? When he said that song, you know what I'm saying, he took that line from my grandma. My grandma was quick moms. You know what I'm saying? Was basically in the and one of my cousins had did some crazy stuff, and he had drove a dirt bike. I think he had hit a rock, fell, all type of stuff. He wanted. He had the things in him, so his skin was pink. She was like, ah, damn, look like somebody drugged you up, stuck you up, fuck you up. You know what I mean? And Sugar Free took that line and made it famous.
What? Hey, he stole it from your grandma. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the story for the record books right there.
Yeah.
Did Sugar Free use any other lines from you or your family?
You know what? Sugar Free was always the type of dude to hear something, and then he be like, "Oh, like if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. Like just listen. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready." So I was just like, damn, that makes sense. Like if I already have my clothes, if I go into school and I already have my clothes out, and put them out, put them on the bed, you know what I'm saying? I can just get up and go to school. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. So that was just like one of the main lines that was real big. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. Whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And I think that was a powerful line that he had took, you know what I'm saying? And in the music business, that everybody say it. Everybody be saying that line.
I agree completely.
Well, while we're on the subject of lines, man, did anybody else in Death Row use anything that you ever said or anything to in a song or anything, like Tupac, Snoop, or anybody?
Well, you know, like they do the way the West Coast do things. Like when Quick came out, when we come up, we come down, down, down. Step in the club, they give us pound, pound, pound. Look up Brown around DJ Quick and AMG. He was basically talking about the shit you were saying. I was walking. He was
making money walking.
And he took the walk and turned it into a song. And you know what I mean? And that was the song Down, Down, Down. You know what I mean? And when he did that walk, he took the walk, put it in his head, put it on the chorus, the verse, the hook. I just know the next day I was on Soul Train in front of 1,000 people.
Wow.
With that record. And he just took.
Bro, you been on Soul Train, dog?
I was on Soul Train, Old Town Live, all that type of stuff as a kid.
That's crazy.
Wow. How'd you handle all that early fame like that? You know, being on people seeing you all that and you're young and all that?
Yeah, because I would have had to pull the John Travolta out on him on the Soul Train, dog. I would have just been out there.
And it was just like, you know, coming from Compton, Bompton, we say Bompton, you know, coming from that neighborhood, we never thought we'd make it. So fame had came, it was kind of like, we didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? We were still kind of rough behind the edges. We were still ghetto. We were still gangbanging. And then I kind of knew that I was starting to be a public figure and being famous when the next day I went to school. And then my teachers and them was like asking for an autograph. And, you know, when you got a high school, you got 6 periods. Man, I didn't have to go nothing but one class for the rest of the year. And I got all A's just because who I was.
Dang. Yeah.
I had at the shows, the principals, and oh,
shout out to Colin, right?
I got to say, man, but you know what I'm saying, one of them teachers, man, had a crush on me, and shout out to her.
Say what?
Man,
early in the game.
It was some things going on, man, with this
fame. Don't out her. She might be married. Don't out her.
I ain't
statute of limitations.
Yeah, the statute of limitations is passed.
Hey, but we're on all platforms, man. I'm just saying, you know.
It was just like I couldn't walk around the school. I'm like, dang, this is really happening. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It was just like
tell them off camera, y'all put into the business chat.
Picture with me, like I was going to school. I was like, dang, they want to take a picture with me, all the way down to the janitor want to take a picture with me.
Dang.
That was crazy. It was just like, man, wow, that's amazing. I can do it. I can do this. And I graduated with a 3.8 GPA.
Wow, man, congrats.
But I, you know, because my mom died when I was 15. You know what I'm saying? The cancer. So I could have went to college, but I was just like, why would I go to college when I can get any woman I want, make a lot of money, and tour around the world? I would choose this lifestyle over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't in no classroom facing a dream and a hope when I'm getting money now and living a lifestyle that people dream of.
For real, man.
Yep. Yeah, man, it's a trip, man. Like just being around like Elder Barge, you know what I'm saying? I had a group, it was Elder Barge Jr. He sing, his last name was Junior, I'm a junior, and then my cousin a junior. So when we had a group called the Juniors, and we was like, no, that's kind of corny. And then Snoop was like, hey, you know how Snoop talk. on par where he's like, hey, just call them the nephew, cuz they the nephews. You know how Snoop talk. It's the nephews. So we was like, fuck it, let's name the group Nephews. And then we was like, man, we too hard for that. We can't be calling ourselves the Nephews. So you know what I mean? That's kind of like, we love y'all.
Yeah, I like it though. Too bad it never happened, man. The nephews. That would have been hard.
Yeah.
Number one track in the nation by the Nephews. It's got a ring to it.
If you go listen to the song called Crazy, y'all go Google this song. It's called Crazy, featuring Nate Dogg. And you see the second verse, Snoop say my name. He say, I'm on the 110 with my nephew, Infra Redd, young pimp on the grind, lining up some head. He basically, we was in the studio. I had 4 or 5 girls that were sponsors. We gonna say commercial.
Sponsors, okay.
That was my sponsors at that time. Sponsors.
I love those sponsors.
And
Those are the best kind.
I love a sponsorship.
and it was like a hit, man. He made a song. Go Google that stuff called Crazy featuring Nate.
I know that song.
Yeah.
I know that song.
Crazy.
Did you know that he was talking about Infra Redd though?
No. But I do now.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Something new every day.
Right.
Because he hella says that bar. That's crazy.
Even up to the quick say our names in certain like songs, but you don't know who he talking about. Like, or he said, leave it up to my niggas, young fly niggas, do or die niggas, don't try niggas. I change your mind. I don't want you. Sorry ass niggas don't get rich. You can keep her. I'd rather have a Fifi bag because it's cheaper. He was talking about us, leaving up to my niggas, my young fly niggas. He was talking about me and my cousin.
Infra Redd is on here decoding all these songs, all these classics.
It's one more. I can never bust a new shoe if my nephew ain't got it. Fila Jumpman's Cortez. Yeah, I'm coming out the pocket.
You had the Cortez?
Yeah, he was talking about us.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And I forgot to remind you, man. We got to be clean for audience, by the way. I don't want to mess up the bars, but
sorry. So yeah.
I forgot you were doing it, honestly.
We was all enjoying the bars. Like, yo, man, let him go.
I know I didn't want to interrupt the bars, but I was like, dang, you got to be clean.
Yeah. That was the records, man.
Like only one wiser says, you got to keep it Christy.
Sorry. I'm from Compton. I'm a little
That's not Christy.
Little ghetto. I'm sorry.
Speaking of Compton, how would you describe the change in the energy before the Kendrick Drake battle and after, as far as the city and how it's been thriving lately?
I think Kendrick brought peace to the world. I mean, not to the world, to Compton. Like, since Kendrick, my little homie from my hood, YG, Problem, they music changed. It brought down the gang. It brought down the gang violence. Like at that time, you know what I'm saying, black and brown wasn't really getting along like that. Now we partying together. You know,
and at the same time, bro. At the same time, a lot of homies is really trying to get in the studio too now, like more than ever before.
And what I like about Kendrick, he just felt like he needed to give his hometown, which is Compton, give the independent artists an opportunity for the shine and stuff. And that's what I liked about him. So all the little negativity towards each other, it got squashed just off of one record. And we were just like, you know what? I don't like you, but I'm going to do a song and then turn around. I'm calling him every day. Man, let's go to this club. The same person I don't like is my friend now. Dang. Growing up.
And that's another thing. So as far as
can you imagine what Pac would have been able to do? Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness. That's world peace right there, dog.
I would be pulling up to Seattle in a tank, in a yacht, in an airplane that land in the middle of the street.
That's wild.
He'd be on some masterpiece stuff.
Yeah. Real.
I'm gonna be in a tank. They land in the middle of the street.
Right
And they
there.
can float in the water.
I'm just you, man. As a young age, just having a death row chain on you. I mean, people was just no disrespect. People was looking up to you like you was God. Like you at that time, you had a death row chain when death row was popping. Man, I was just like people was just half of them was scared, and then half of them were just like, wow.
I was just gonna say it's almost like walking your dog, and if your dog's a pit bull, and then you see a person coming from the other side of the street, it's like, is they gonna go on the other side of the street, or are they gonna want to pet your puppy? Either one.
All about peace and love.
Speaking of the old
Dr.
death
Dre
row,
just
man.
dropped $10 million for the new high school. They got Olympic pool and stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? Because back in the days, Compton was the richest neighborhood in California. You know, back in the days, Compton known for like producing like vegetables and stuff. You could ride horses if you go do your history. So the day is for Dre to just come here and drop $10 million on the school that was banger school, man, made people like me and people that look up to me like, you know what? I can get up out of here, man. I can be
reinstill some pride into the city and the people.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Dr. Dre, man, for dropping that $10 million on that school, man. I appreciate that, man.
That was beautiful.
That was a good thing, man.
Yeah.
It was a really good thing.
Coming through that school system, if you started rapping, is it like more who you know, or is it something that since the city's so tight, as soon as somebody can actually go, people just show the support automatically and be like, okay, he's got a name, he's got a buzz, we support him.
It was more of your background. You could be. I know some hard rappers in Compton, and if your background ain't
check out,
you ain't getting no love. You know what I'm saying? He's hard, but he's a B. You know what I'm saying? It was all about the support in your section. If your section supports you at that time, then wherever you go, you'll get that love. Compton always, you got to have some type of name in your section, which is your neighborhood you grew up at, and then people will take a liking of you. Anybody can have talent, but if you don't got the support in your section, they don't want to even hear what you're talking about.
That's real.
Yeah, for sure.
That's almost like a nationwide standard.
Yeah, nationwide on your side.
Yeah, because if you look at it, DJ Quick was like DJ Quick.
Brought to you by Nation.
Put that right on it. He did.
Brought to you by
You all having a moment. He's like, on your side.
I was also going to ask, man, with Death Row, how much of it is still the same people in the same positions, and how many of how much of it is people fell back? It just kind of got out the game.
Yeah, especially with Snoop running it now.
Well, you got certain people that was around back in the days that Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Like you had my G homie K-Dub, shout out to K-Dub, which is Suge homeboy, you know what I'm saying, from the mob. Snoop took a liking to him because K-Dub never turned his back on Snoop. So you got certain individuals that was back in the days riding with Snoop, but then at the same time, you got certain people know the history on the Death Row days and kind of like put that black cloud over there, that darkness, like this and that. But Snoop, what I like about Snoop went back and got everybody that was in Death Row that was supporting him. And this is Suge homies.
Yeah,
And they still rocking with Snoop. That's what I didn't say. You got power. You can have the crown. You know what I'm saying? And they protect him. And what I like about Snoop is that he never changed. He ain't Hollywood. He can wear some khakis and some shorts and some slides and have all this money and would still put on a t-shirt and a khaki outfit. So that's what I like about Snoop is that he got the old people in Death Row like Trey D. He was back in the Death Row days. He went and got Danny Boy, Jewel. You know what I'm saying? These is all the people that was right there when Death Row didn't really get that shot, and he went and grabbed them and brought them back.
He even has Daz in there recording records again.
Yeah, but you know Daz is his cousin, so Daz,
right?
You know,
I never thought Daz was really gonna get back in the studio again. I was excited to see that.
Yeah, Dash is the one that
he's a special little talent, man. People were like, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really. I feel like he didn't catch fire the way he could have, bro. Like he could have been like on some Dub C stuff. Like he's a special talent.
Well, people don't understand. Dash produced a lot of them records. You know what I'm saying? Dash, the one that took Snoop to Warren G, and Warren G, the one that took Snoop to Dre, because you know Warren G is Dre brother. So Dash, shout out to Dash, because that's my uncle right there. He did a lot of moves that he don't even care about the credit. Dash is a big part of Death Row. Without Dash, it wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say without Dash, it ain't Snoop. Dash connects some dots that got, you know what I'm saying, Snoop with Warren G, and Warren G to Dre. So Dash did a lot of that production. That Dog Pound, that Dog Food, them all Dog Pound record, that was Dash.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're coming up on a commercial break, man. We do got to pay some bills, but before that, we're going to celebrate some birthdays. People celebrating their birthdays this week, so here we go with the birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Homies. Yeah, a couple of good ones there, huh? Any other birthdays we miss?
Happy birthday to my son. Turns 4 on Sunday.
That's beautiful, man. Happy birthday to your son, man.
And my birthday, June the 13th.
Okay. Happy birthday. Yeah, you got a birthday in a couple weeks.
Happy birthday, bro.
June the 13th.
Right?
Bottles popping. Yacht, all that, man. I'm throwing a matching party, man. I wish y'all can come, man. I would.
Oh, that'd be a Fresh Juice exclusive right there.
That's super, man.
Yeah,
that's pulling up in the yards.
13, my birthday, man. I wish y'all can come, man.
Man, we appreciate the invite. Let's go.
Hey, have some juice at the party for us, man.
Right?
Yeah, and some of some of that Cali. I don't want it's commercial. Some of that Cali good. You know what I'm saying? That OG. Yeah.
Any birthdays we forgot? D-Sane, anybody having a birthday that we want? Okay. And
can't think anybody.
ID, anybody?
No, I got nothing on that.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the next record then. As on the other side of the break, we'll be talking with D-Sane, man, in his first appearance on Fresh Juice. We got a lot to unpack. But before that, a new joint from Damon out of St. Louis. This one's called The Heartbreak Dance. Former guest of the show.
What up, Damon?
Yeah, man. So there we go. Damon, The Heartbreak Dance right here off of the upcoming album, Euphonic. So check out Damon right here on Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. When we come back, let's get into D-Sane.
Your eyes on fire, got my heart rate running. The world stands still until we all fall down. Time keep killing till we all got nothing. Can't keep living with the heartache. I can feel the waves crash under my skin. Circling the drain till we all falling. The rain hit harder to absorb my sins. It just keep beating till my heart break. Now I'm throwing a parade for my new self, yeah. Trying to throw shade at my true self, yeah. Devil can't tell him how to move next, yeah. Turning ballet into a two-step, yeah. I'm just gonna dance through the heartache. I'm just gonna dance through the heartache. I'm just gonna dance till my heart break. I'm just gonna dance till my heart go. I'm just gonna dance till my heart go. I'm just gonna dance till my heart go. Yeah, now the pain ain't finished yet. Nothing feels real, I need to stay up off the internet. Always online with a search bar full of death. Looking at the old photographs like who was that I'm seeing. Now I'm never sleeping cause I'm laying you to rest a couple dozen times a day. And by the end I'm too depressed for breathing. I don't wanna live alone at all, I'm better off alone. Or I don't wanna live it all alone. I said it, I believe it, I don't wanna die. But the day that you died, baby, so did I. Feel like I'm on the clock, hands on the clock. Time's gonna stop, pour a shot to the head for the photo op. Your eyes on fire, got my heart rate running. The world stands still until we all fall down. Time keep killing till we
It's the young god Damon, and you know I'm rocking out with fresh juice, baby.
Hey, Seattle. Here are some storage tips to love food, stop waste. Onions make potatoes sprout faster. Keep onions away from potatoes. Ripe bananas give off a gas that makes the fruit around them ripen faster. Store bananas away from other fruits. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money. Save food. Save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
Hello, listener. What's important to you about what's going on in your community? Are you interested? Are you concerned? In any case, I invite you to tune into my show, Seattle Here and Now, on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Why? I will be covering a wide range of topics important to you and impacting the community. Each show will have a special guest or guests to share with you information on a variety of subjects that are happening here and now in Seattle. I promise I will work hard to make my show informative, interesting, and entertaining. Be sure to listen to Seattle Here and Now on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Mga kaibigan, ito po si Kuya Bert Kawili.
And this is Miles Salvador from Australia.
And I'm Norb Kawili, also known as Norbcam. Kung gusto niyo po ang latest news and events from the Philippines at the local Filipino community, Phil-Am Radio po.
We play Filipino music and interview guests from all around the world.
And I'll keep you updated on the latest Seahawks and sports news. Kaya always tune in, Phil-Am Radio, every Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
And in YouTube and Facebook. Salamat po.
Are you in need of new or gently used clothing? Hope's Community Closet is here to help. We offer a wide range of clothing for men, women, youth, children, and infants. Join us on the fourth Saturday of each month from 12:30 to 4 at the Silent Task Force. We're giving clothing with care, community with heart. Lovely Ladies Lemonade for sale and shop to the sound of old school soul. Any questions? Contact Alicia Kennedy, Executive Director of Women United at 206-316-7601. 206-316-7601. Come and find the perfect outfit for you and your family. We look forward to seeing you there.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Stewie Newton. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. One time for the juice pack, my boy D Money, Pint Size Patron, OG Mambo, and IDYourself. Yeah, told you I could read.
I'm a C-Town, OG, living legend, yeah that's me, rep the 6 to the death of me, keeping it real that's my specialty, still in the game, ain't change, still money motivated, with the fame, still ducking haters, still dodging fakers, still shaking off these freaking lanes, I'm a gladiator, about my paper, my heat that steel like a radiator, trying to bubble up like a percolator, headed to the top like an elevator, snapping on cats like an alligator, running 206 like a dictator, dirty rap exterminator, wanna execute all these traitors, impersonators, judge and jury, jumping on clowns in a blind fury. If a hater takes me out, then my family offends me, boy, so I'm never worried. R.P. Birdie, R.P. Crazy, full time forever, gotta keep it wavy. Street level baby since the late 80s. Seattle born, but Las Vegas raised me. Game infested, game perfected, been a ruthless film since I was young and restless. Game elected, game respected, always bomb first anytime I'm tested. It's the art of war, I'm a carnivore, killing off beef like a matador, with a hunger for more. Watch the score, I'm headed to the top and I'm trying to soar.
I don't ever quit, that's why you can bet I'm headed to the top. Admit it when I said it, I'ma get it, cause I'm headed to the top. And I'm gone, I'm leaving all these haters in the dust. And I'm gone, try to hold me back and get crushed, yeah. I ain't never said nothing I regret, I'm headed to the top.
I can't stop, won't stop, grinding every day till I hit the top. No days off till my casket drops, eyes on the prize till the bottles pop. The cops, they can't stop my hustle, I'm trying to be a legend like Bill Russell. When I ball out, there's no doubt, I'm trying to run the game and go all out. I go hard in the paint, always have, always will. I got no chill when I keep it real, spit flames like a grill. I'm burning competition when I flex my skills, never run of the mill. I'm a C-Town original, Northside criminal, high def digital, 4K lyrical, my bar game biblical. I'm live in 3D, better pray for a miracle. Woo! I've been a problem ever since I came up from the bottom. They thought I fell off, but I was just playing possum. Knock 'em out the box when I rock 'em and sock 'em. Yeah, straight like that. Full-time soldier, I was trained for combat. Expect to clap back for reckless chit-chat. Hit us all back and get up off my set, cause I'm here to stay till I'm old and gray. Marlon Brando with an SCA. I'm the godfather, you can kiss the ring. I'm the puppet master and I pull the strings. Yeah, I call the shots, cause I paid the cost. Always been a boss since I was on the block. Playing schemes and plots to put the game on lock. Building up my stock till I hit the top.
I don't ever quit, that's why you can bet I'm headed to the top. forget it, cause I'm headed to the top. And I'm gone. I'm leaving all these haters in the dust. I'm gone. Try to hold me back and get crushed. Yeah, I ain't never said nothing I regret. I'm headed to the top.
Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio to the top, featuring Jazz Digger by D-Sane off of the album Severance Package.
Yep.
Going up.
I really like the chorus on that one.
Hey, bro, that was fire, bro. You was.
I really like the chorus on that one,
bro.
Thank you,
bro.
Thing is, all elevator music should sound like.
I'm not mad at it.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like that. The chorus reminds me of the first song that plays at the end of a really, really exciting movie. Like those really action-packed movies, and it has that really high, like intense song that has to play right at the end of it. You know what I'm saying?
Some high energy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Some triumphant high energy music.
Yeah. Or like something they had to play at the same time in the middle of the movie at some point during a high intense portion, and then they played it at the end also.
Yeah, you know, as a songwriter and an MC, man, I don't think you get enough love for that, D, because like everybody's like, you know, he's the mixer master of the town, he's the producer of the town. But I mean, I don't hear people like, you know, always putting you on the top list for like rappers or songwriters.
Man, because I don't consider myself a rapper.
Yeah,
I you know, I've always dabbled, and I've made appearances here and there throughout the years on records that I've produced. But, you know, I would consider myself a producer and an engineer first and foremost before I would consider myself an MC or whatever. But being in my profession, I've been blessed to be around a lot of amazing MCs and talented people. So, of course, it's rubbed off on me throughout the years.
Yeah.
So
he got the bug.
I like the wordplay, man. Yo,
Thank you. Thank you.
Playing cadence is on point. That's important, man. Like,
Thank you.
That stuff was dope, bro.
Yeah, your some of the metaphors were back to back to back to back to back.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, the wordplay was amazing.
For the show, man.
Oh man, well, I need to write another album. Shit.
I'm saying, bro, you were in your own pocket. You were in your pocket, and it seemed so natural that you were in such a pocket that I was surprised to hear that you have produced so many records. Like, bro, I don't know you for producing records. I don't know you for mixing and mastering my vocals. You feel me? So it's like, for me to hear you and your discography when I was reading about you before our interview today was kind of astounding now that I've seen so much more recording.
My resume.
Yeah, like the recording side of you hits different. You know, it just hits different knowing what your resume actually shows, and then you're showing a whole nother side of that.
That begs the question, you know, because Severance Package, that's actually the first ever solo record for you. So what made you decide to finally put out, you know, a solo record like that?
Before you answer that, do you make beat albums too?
Yeah, that's my question.
I feel like answer both.
I have not. I have considered doing it, but at this point, I have not. But I might. I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of saving. I got a vault full of bangers I've made over the years that I'm just gonna end up using for my own music, my own songs.
I was gonna say, what else you got in the vault? But I know D Money had a question. What was that?
No, that was. I think that it was talking about the album. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what else you got in the vault, man?
Oh, you were asking me why I decided to put out a solo album.
Oh yeah.
So two reasons. A, because of the pandemic.
Severance Package.
When the pandemic first, so what happened was I had just built my new studio.
Okay.
I lost my lease in 2018, early 2019, and so I had to move. And building a recording studio takes time. So I spent like 9 months building my new studio. And so I basically spent all of 2019 building my new studio. And just when I was getting ready to open my studio and have a launch party and really kick it off, the pandemic hits.
and that was a real kick in the balls, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, next thing you know, everything's shut down and everyone's, you know, going into hiding at their houses. And, you know, I was like, well, I got this brand new studio and I can either let it sit there and collect dust or I can start working on my own music.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had joints that had been sitting around for a while that I hadn't done anything with, and incomplete songs that were sitting around that just needed another verse or whatever. So I'm like, all right, well, shoot, let me throw a verse on this one and let me finish up this one. And then I, you know, because it's really not a solo album, it's a solo album and producer album, because there's a lot of songs on there that I just produced that feature other people, right? So it's not just me. I got like 4 solo songs on there, and you know, and then features on a few other songs, and then, you know, and there's a bunch of songs on there that I'm not even on. I produced them and produced, recorded, mixed, and mastered them. So it's kind of like a, you know, combination of different things, but it's all my work, right? So yeah, so, and then I had a few extra joints that I didn't put on the project that may or may not see the light of day here soon.
Okay, good to hear.
I might have a new song coming soon. We'll
Only
see.
one wife said you weren't playing about that pandemic either. You were like, nobody booked studio time around that time.
So yeah, I mean, and we can argue all day about the, you know, the politics of the situation, but but at the time, man, my lady that I was with, her mother was old and had health issues, and so we were really trying to be careful. Because, you know, it was extremely likely that if she ended up catching COVID, she probably would have passed from it. So we were just trying to be careful. And so, yeah, you know, yeah. So
I understand. I had my baby.
We took it seriously, and
I had my baby in the pandemic. So yeah,
yeah, you know, and so my studio was more or less shut down for a couple years. I was letting a couple people in, like I let like Avatar, you know, 28 Ave. I let you know, just people who I really, really mess with. Grinch came in and recorded his album, his Born in '86 album.
Oh, that one. Okay.
During that time, so I wasn't completely shut down. I was shut down to the public, but I had a few of my people who are my clients that I've been working with for a long time who I allowed to come in.
Do you like producing more than like being an artist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know. It's easier for me. I'm very meticulous when it comes to writing, and it takes me a long time. And so
I guess that meticulousness plays well when it comes to bending sounds and changing noises.
Do you write for other artists? Like,
no.
You do? You don't?
No. Hooks maybe, like, I mean, there's been, you know, in the past when I was a part of FTS, like I used to write the hooks for some of those songs, and then other people in the group would do them. So in that regard, yeah, I've written for other people, but other than that, well, I guess, you know, sometimes it just depends, like, you know, because now, you know, I do a lot of freelance work, and I've got people coming in and record. So, you know, if the opportunity presents itself and I'm working with an artist, I might chime in like, hey, we should, you know, do it like this, or here's, you know, throw some lines out. So yeah, I mean, you know, I guess
ever like make a beat for somebody and it was like fire, right? And then they're sitting there writing to it, and you're just like mad at yourself that you gave them this beat, right? So you take your phone and you just sit there, you start like tapping your phone, right? You take your phone out and you just start writing bars down because you can't help yourself.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I don't really sell beats to people anymore. Like, I'm very selective as to who I'll give beats to these days. First and foremost, if you don't record with me, you're not getting a beat from me, because I need to be able to have full control over the track, you know, the mixing and the mastering, how it's going to, you know, the ultimate, how it's going to sound in the end. I got to have full control over that. So first and foremost, if you don't record with me, you're not getting a beat from me. and yeah, it's like that.
That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Quick is the same way. You know what I'm saying?
I would imagine.
Man, let's go back just a little bit. Let's talk about Making the Heist with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, man.
I mean, shoot, we can go even further back, because I started working with, so I met Macklemore back in 2005.
Okay.
My boy Critical, shout out to Critical. It's funny because the Critical Condition album actually just turned 20.
Wow.
And for those who don't know and have never heard the album, Critical, Crytical is how it's spelled.
Spell it right.
Wands, the singer on Thrift Shop,
yeah,
is actually on like half that album. And a lot of people don't know this, but Macklemore is Critical's niece's godfather.
Wow.
And so they know each other because of the family.
Yeah.
And so I was at Critical's job one day and Macklemore was there. And I think this was right after Critical Condition had come out. So, you know, he introduced me and that was my initial meeting with Macklemore back in 2005, you know, and he was nobody back then. He's just another hungry MC out here trying to, you know, to do his thing. And you know, and at that point I already put out a lot of records and it made a name for myself in the town. So everybody knew me and, you know, he's a very respectful dude and it was cool. And then not long after that, I ended up working on, I ended up mastering his Unplanned mixtape, which had, you know, the classic song, The Town on it.
Yeah.
And a few other joints. And then at some point, I think it was right around the time that he hooked up with Ryan Lewis. And so him and Ryan Lewis were starting to do songs together. And of course that rolled into the VS project, which I mastered as well. And then they did a VS Redux. They did like a follow-up Redux version. It had a bunch of remixes on it from Sabzi. And I think Jake One may have done some stuff on there.
Nice.
And a few other notable producers from Seattle. Yeah. And then, you know, it just, you know, we just kept on working and eventually they started working on the Heist album.
Yeah.
And, you know, initially they were just doing singles. Like they're just banging out singles. They're just, you know, trying to keep the momentum going and trying to just keep hitting them with music. And I'm working, you know, I'm mastering all the joints that they're doing. And then along the way, you know, working with Ryan Lewis because, you know, he's an up and coming engineer himself because he recorded everything and mixed everything. And so he's sending stuff over to me to critique and I'm giving him pointers. And then their studio was just right down the street from my house too. So, I mean, literally 30 blocks. I lived on 145th and their studio was on 115th.
Okay.
So I mean, literally right down the street.
Walking distance. Yeah.
30 blocks. So, you know, it wasn't anything for me to pop up over there periodically and just pop in and be like, what's up, you know?
Right.
And so, yeah, so I'd be over there giving Ryan pointers and you know, just trying to, you know, help him learn and help him in his journey, being an engineer and be the best he could be. So, yeah, it was dope. And then, but through doing the Critical Condition album, which Critical gave to Macklemore, that's how they heard Wands.
Wow.
And got hip to Wands. So, you know, fast forward to 2012 and they're trying to finish up the Heist album. And I think Thrift Shop was one of the very last songs that they did for the album.
Okay.
And I was actually at Rock Fizzle's house and
shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Rock Fizzle. I was over there getting some of my old tracks bounced off of ADAT into Pro Tools. And Macklemore calls me and he's like, hey man, don't you got a singer that sounds like Nate Dogg? And I was like, because that was what everybody called Wands back in the day. They called him the street level Nate Dogg.
Oh,
right?
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
The street level. Okay.
Yeah, the street level Nate Dogg.
Speaking of your record, street level records. So
you know, that's my record label, Street Level Records. So you know, and Wands was featured on a lot of the albums that I put out. I mean, Wands, I discovered Wands back in 2000. His girlfriend used to work with one of my artists at a deli. And you know, we had put, this is when we put out Money Motivated back in 2000 and she was like, oh, my boyfriend sings, you guys should hook up. And you know, next thing you know, Wands comes in and I'm like, bro, you're pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop was not his thing, but you know, because he's older cat, but you know, he's got that very soulful baritone voice.
We've had him on the show, man.
Oh, you've had Wands on here? Yeah,
Wands has been here,
okay. Yeah, so yeah, Wands was kind of a perfect fit. And you know, and he's always down to you know, do whatever we wanted him to do. It's so funny trying to having him sing these crazy lyrics. You know, we're talking about smashing chicks or whatever we'd be talking about, and we'd be like
hip hop stuff.
You know, things I can't say on the air, but
right.
You know, And we're like, "Are you okay with singing this, bro?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't care." I'm like, all right, bro, here, we'll sing it. Here you go, man. Sing this. And he'd be like, "I just want to F you." You should look that song up.
And he gave his all to it, too, right?
Yeah, man.
No reservations.
Yeah, no, he killed it. Yeah, shout out to Wands, man. We made some great records together. But yeah, man. So they had heard Wands on Critical's out, and so they're like, man, they're working on Thrift Shop, and they're like, man, we just need somebody that sounds like Nate Dogg to come in and do this hook. So they call me and they're like, "Don't you got a singer that sounds like Nate Dogg?" And I'm like, I got a singer that sounds like Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Man, can you bring him to the studio right now?"
Right.
And I'm like, "Bro, it's midnight." This guy's got a day job, bro. He's got to get up at 5 a.m. This guy's a software test engineer at some company in downtown Seattle. Like, bro's got to get up in a few hours to go to work. I don't know. He's not exactly on our hours. And
right.
So I was like, "Man, I'll see what I can do." So I call him. He doesn't answer the phone. I called him back. I'm like, "Man, he didn't answer, bro. He probably went to bed already." And they're like, "All right, well, just let us know if you can get a hold of him." And this guy ends up calling me back like 10 minutes later. And he's like, "Man, what's up, man?" I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Man, I'm just getting ready to go to bed." And I'm like, "Bro,
no, you're not.
No, you're not. No, you're not, bro." I said, "Meet me at my house right now."
Right.
And the beautiful thing is that at the time, so Wands lived on 175th in Aurora.
Yeah.
I lived on 145th in Aurora. Yeah. And Macklemore and Ryan Lewis's studio was on 115th in Aurora.
Right,
so we all lived like within a few miles of each other, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So he was like, "Well, what's going on?" I said, "You heard of Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've heard of them." He wasn't familiar with their music though. And I was like, "Bro, listen, you need to come to my house right now because I've got the opportunity of a lifetime for you." And he's like, "For real? It's like that?" And I'm like, "Bro, just come to my house right now." He's like, all right.
You ever heard somebody call you like that, dog? And you'd be like, "But why?"
He knew I wasn't going to act like that unless it was serious. And so he was like, all right, and I'm on my way. So he was there, man, in 10 minutes.
Sounds like any movie, man.
And
all right, I'm on my way.
Yeah. But it was like that. And then and then we rolled down to the studio and we were there for a few hours and banged out Thrift Shop.
I bet you when he walked in there and he looked at you and you were like, "Told you."
Even afterwards, bro. I mean, like when we left the studio, we were there till like 3 a.m. too. This poor guy, he probably only got an hour of sleep.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah,
I would have been lit at work. What are you talking about?
We were there late, man. But we had so much fun in that session, man.
Yeah,
and we kicked it, and and of course, nobody ever knew that this was going to end up becoming one of the biggest rap songs of all time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just us, another night in the studio doing what we love to do and having fun.
Who wrote I was gonna say, who wrote the hook?
So I participated.
Okay, you participated. You guys wrote the hook.
I'll tell you this. Well, so when I got there, they had some of it written. Okay. It wasn't done. So we were sitting there. We had to finish up we all sat there and finished up the hook and the bridge. There's actually a whole nother bridge on that song that no one's ever heard.
Wow.
There was a part that Wands recorded that night. They went red tags, blue tags, yellow tags, green tags. that they ended up not even using.
License plates?
No.
Dog, they should have used that because that would have defined how expensive.
Gotta change your tags.
Change the tag.
No, they're talking about with the thrift shop because when you go to the thrift shop,
the thrift shop will tell you how much % off your pieces depending on what color the tag is.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what the colored tags are about is the different discounts or pricing or whatever. So so that's what he was singing about. He's like red tags, blue tags, yellow tags.
Hilarious, That's hilarious.
But as far as the hook goes, so we're sitting there. I'm sitting on the love seat with Macklemore, and he's probably got like half of it written, and it's just the hook is real quick, and I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. Something. This is fucking awesome, right?
Yeah, of course.
And it was that last line that we got hung up on. This is effing awesome, and because if you pay attention, it doesn't rhyme.
No, I mean I was gonna say the hook kind of sounds like people just chimed in.
It doesn't rhyme. It doesn't rhyme, bro. If you listen to it, pay attention. It doesn't rhyme. It's just so left field off the wall. But that's always been Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've always been like that. And you know, something, they love that quirky stuff. So
yeah.
I remember we were sitting there, and I'm sitting elbow to elbow with Macklemore on the left seat, and I'm like looking over his shoulder as he's, you know, we're working on writing the hook, and Ryan Lewis is sitting over here at the control station, and so we're like just trying to come up with this last line, and he's like, man, I don't know. He's like, this is effing awesome. And I was like, but they don't rhyme, bro. He's like, and we're like, all right, what do you think, Ryan? And he's like, I hate it. Like, Ryan Lewis didn't like it. I didn't like it. Wands is over here in the corner. I don't know what Wands is doing. He's not even paying attention.
Probably nodding off at this point.
Yeah. He's like, he's over in the corner trying to catch a quick 15. Like, just let me know when you need me to sing.
Yeah.
And then so we went back and forth for like 15 minutes trying to come. I'm throwing lines at him, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I was like, well, bro, it's your song. Do whatever you want, man. And he's like, well, we're just going to roll with this is effing awesome then. I was like, good, man. You know, but, you know, and here, you know, now that ended up being like everyone's favorite part of the song.
Yeah.
So that was a good call, man.
It was true to form.
Yeah. You know, and then also there was the bridge. I actually have a copy of this. I got a whole nother.
I knew you had something in the vault.
Had to.
Well, because I mastered.
That's why you turned the question off.
They debuted that song at the Sasquatch Festival that year in 2012, right? And that was actually like 2 weeks after we recorded the joint. And so Ryan had sent the song over to me to master for the show version, and it still had the old bridge on it at that point. And the bridge, it originally went, "I wear your granddad's clothes. I'm pulling all your hoes."
Some weirdo stuff.
But you know, as it turned out, apparently, you know, Macklemore's mom wasn't a fan of that, and Trisha, his wife, lady at the time, she didn't care for it, and so they were like, "Oh, we got to change that." And I'm like, if I remember correctly, I'm the one who came up with that line, but all right, you know, like, you guys are just trying to take me off the song, huh? All right, so they ended up changing it later on, but I still have a copy of it. I still have a copy of the original version.
That's crazy, man. Oh.
But yeah, man, and then, you know, just watching that song, you know, being a part of something like that, they went as viral as that song did. It was just insanity, bro.
Wow.
Like that song was doing like 1 million views a day on YouTube when it first dropped.
It was
like,
insane. It was insane.
Dang.
It was crazy.
That as we go into show and tell real quick, that brings into the legacy, if you will, as you actually have a trading card out, which is crazy.
Oh yeah.
From Zulu.
Shout out to Tuazik Zulu.
Yeah, and I believe the interview that they did with you just dropped earlier today.
Dropped today as well.
Yeah. Yeah, a trading card. That's crazy.
Yeah. I was tripping. They're like, yeah, we're gonna feature you in our trading card collection. I was like, I get my own trading card, bro. All right, Mama, I made it. I got my own trading card.
Hey, that's Marvel Universe for real.
Yeah, good callback. Here at Rainier Avenue Radio, we will be celebrating Juneteenth with a couple of celebrations in the coming weeks, live in the community. First one will be at Safeway on June 14th, as Safeway celebrates Juneteenth at the Rainier Beach Safeway. We'll broadcast live that June 14th from 1 to 4 p.m. And then we'll run it back a few days later for Atlantic Street Center's Juneteenth celebration. That is at the Rainier Beach Community Center, and that'll be on the 18th. It is the 24th annual Atlantic Street Center Juneteenth celebration. So Rainier Avenue Radio celebrating Juneteenth in a couple of weeks at the Rainier Beach Safeway on the 14th, and then at the Atlantic Street Center celebration at the Rainier Beach Community Center on the 18th from 5 to 8 p.m. We'll be broadcasting both of those live on air. All right, we have about half an hour left in the program for sure, man. And we got, of course, ID the question. We may need to get in a little bit of some of those controversies behind the scenes, maybe, for D-Sane.
Bum, bum, bum.
But before we do that, man, we got this music coming at you from Michelle Jordan. This one is called Crave, a production by DJ Terry Hunter. out of Toronto. Rochelle Jordan is, and it's actually also half written by Paris Alexa, who was also from the town.
Okay.
So yeah, shout out to Rochelle Jordan and then Paris Alexa doing some writing on this joint as well. So yeah, Crave by Rochelle Jordan right now on Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. We'll be right back with Infra Redd and D-Sane in the final half hour that might just get a little bit spicy.
Take me by surprise. Now that we're deep in the night, it's in your eyes, it's in my tone. Not toxic, this is a phase. These bitter seconds don't make the day. So shut up and give me more. All this energy, when it really starts to feel like passion, ending up under me. All I really wanted was affection. Say it was on your mind. Never really had a bad intention. Arguing just for fun, for some. Oh, I need you to touch it, touch it, touch it, go. Make me remember what we fight it out. I need you to touch it, touch it, touch it, go. Just need to feel it, can't get enough. I need you to touch it, touch it, touch it, go. Make me remember when we fell in love. I need you to touch it, touch it, touch it, go. We crave the feeling. Can't explain it, it's so irritating. The levels are rising, our neighbors complaining. I love your expression, it's so unrelated. You're not even mad, 'cause you know where it's heading. All of this energy, when it really starts to feel like passion, ending up under me. All I really wanted was affection. Say it was on your mind. Never really had a bad intention. Arguing just for fun, for some. Oh, I need you to touch it, touch it, touch it, go. Make me remember when we fight it out. I need you to touch it, touch it, touch it, go. Just need to feel it, can't get enough. I need you to touch it, touch it, touch it, go. Make me remember when we fell in love. I need you to touch it, touch it, touch it, go. We crave the feeling.
Hey, what's up? This is J-Dot Presents, and I'm out here at the broadcast here at the Fresh Juice, chilling at the Rainier Avenue Radio with the Juice Pack, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, OG Mambo, and IDYourself. Stay sexy out there.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth to me is setting up a safety net for the future, not only for yourself, but for the generations to come. To not have the future generations, maybe in your own family, to have to go through the same trials that you had to go through. Maybe if you went through something hard when you were younger, maybe being poor, being middle class, or not having the money to have access to the things that other people around you do. It's setting up that safety net so that not only you, maybe later in your life, but also your kids, their kids, can end up having the luxuries that you would have wanted when you were young.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
Hello, I'm Tony Young, and every week I will be your guide to the music of the Fab Four with my show With the Beatles. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, those four lads from Liverpool. First airings are Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. with repeats on Thursdays and Saturdays from 8 to 10 a.m. right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Tune in to catch Beatlemania.
What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Queen Bree, inviting you to come join me on Clean Greens Living. Broadcasted Tuesdays, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. On Clean Greens Living, we talk farming, community, and ways to being healthy. So come join me and let's discuss ways to create a healthier you and a healthier community.
The climate crisis is here, and communities most impacted are standing up. This is Earth Deserves More Than a Day, hosted by Rainier Avenue Radio and King County Parks. From elected officials to grassroots leaders, from river tours to cultural art, we gather to take action. Listen in. Learn more, then get involved, because the Earth can't wait, and neither can we.
Yo, this your boy Infra Redd on Rainier Avenue Radio, rocking with Fresh Juice, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, and OG Mambo. Turn the radio up. With dreams die, keep that nasty cream pie. Rap this don't work, then my team slide. Muscle these niggas I hustle, strip them down like custom. Reach it to the sky, fuck them. They talking fast, don't trust them. With the bullish, known for the tough. Infrared, not your regular rapping on a mission. Change the narrative, start moving different. How you a boss flying, no spirit. Keep that fake love, but I wanna hear it. Rule number 1, fuck them. Rule number 2, don't trust them. Grab my pieces to the puzzle. Legend in the making, hand on my muzzle. It's that being me, strictly politics. Stay up on my teeth, getting it in these streets. It's that being me, put her on the play. She gon' keep me paid. It's my player way. It's that shoulda, woulda, coulda. Girl, gotta make it happen. Most of these niggas be capping. I ain't never met a pro that wasn't attracted to the P. I ain't never been a square. She recognize the real G in me. And if you down with the program, choose up quick and get my yams. Girl, you know just who I am. Bumping like a slow jam. You just do my damn thing. Stay up in my own lane. Let them dollars rain. Stay about my money.
Infra Redd, I'm a P for Life, featuring Cocaine, production by Cap Slaps off of the album The Truth on Rainier Avenue Radio.
That joint
I'm
live.
gonna have to slap that on the east side tomorrow.
Shout out to Coke.
Shout out to all the homies, y'all. But yo, we gotta put this on for the east side, yo.
Yeah, man. Cocaine, man.
Hey, Infrared, you know, does Coca still stay up here?
Yeah, he do.
Is he still up here? I haven't seen him in a minute, but he used to come through the spot a few times.
Yeah, he been busy, man. He just did a record with E40, Ice Cube, so he been moving around. Unc been doing his thing.
Yeah, bro's a legend.
Yeah,
on,
definitely a legend.
And he's good people, man. That's my guy.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
He loves Seattle. Seattle like his second home. You know what I'm saying? It is his second home.
Yeah,
All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and we teased it on the other side of the break. D-Sane is known for his let's call them extracurricular activities.
Is that what we're gonna call it?
That's what we're gonna call it, man. It seems like you're always like engulfed in some types of controversy. Some rappers upset at you.
Some ratchet activities.
My therapist told me like 25 years ago that he doesn't think I go looking for the drama. He thinks I got like a vortex around me that just attracts it. I don't know. and the problem is that
pool.
yeah, like the problem is I just don't run away from it, and so you know,
you just welcome it, right?
I don't necessarily welcome it, but I just don't discourage it.
Okay. That checks out.
Yeah. I mean, you've been in a couple of fights over the years.
A few.
I mean, I don't know if you want to get into any of them, but last time I saw you, you were telling me about a really crazy incident where a vacuum cleaner was involved.
A vacuum
cleaner? Or something big, something big,
Oh.
I think. What I forget what
Vacuum
it was.
cleaner, you got to tell this story, please.
No, it wasn't a vacuum cleaner.
It was something big. I remember they were holding it.
A propane tank.
A propane tank. Yeah. I
What
want a
in the
vacuum cleaner.
hell?
Oh, I just failed on that one.
Hey, I pulled
Sir,
up,
you have some explaining to do.
bro. I pulled up to run the fade with this cat because he was talking greasy on the internet. He said, "Oh, D-Sane, I'll beat your old ass anytime, anywhere." So I went and hunted him down and pulled up on him that day.
Yeah.
And I called, it was at my guy's studio. I called my guy, I said, "Hey man, is he there?" Yeah. I said, "Tell him to come outside. Tell him D-Sane's here to see him. It's time." And I stood outside for 10 minutes and this cat didn't come outside. I'm like, man, he don't want it. He's an internet tough guy. He's an internet banger.
Yeah.
And
Where did
so
the propane tank come? What barbecue? Like, where? Tell me where that come
What
from.
was gonna be the finish him with the propane tank?
man, it's such a long story. So after waiting for 10 minutes for this cat, I finally was like, come on, let's go. So I'm leaving. And then all of a sudden, my guy sees him. He's like, is that him? Because he's peeking his head out the door. And I'm like, yeah, that's him. So I turn around and run up on him and start bombing on him. And the boy pulls a pipe out. He was hiding a pipe in his pocket. And he pulls out and hits me in the face and the head with a pipe. Didn't stop me. I'm still bing, 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 bing. Knocked the pipe out of his hand. And he turns around and takes off running. He runs back in the building and he comes out with a hammer. And I'm like, all right, so this is how you want to go out. You don't want to go ahead. You want to fight with weapons. So there was a lawn care place next door or something. They had a bunch of lawnmowers and yard stuff out there. So it was like a junkyard. So I walked down in there and just found something I could hit somebody with. And it happened to be a propane tank. So
this turned into a carpentry job.
Was it empty or was it full?
I think it was mostly empty.
Mostly.
Nah, bro, it was mostly full.
It was not full.
Anyway, I come around the corner and everyone who happened to be witnessing this event was like, oh, damn. And I started chasing dude and I threw the tank at him because he was about to run back in the building because he really didn't want it. And then, yeah. And then he pulled another hammer on me and then he pulled a Barbie bike on me and tried to hit me with a Barbie bike. Yeah, man.
When you said hammer, you meant like a real hammer.
Bro, first he pulled a mallet, right? It was like a Dayton mallet,
so
like a
you meant
Dayton
real
hammer.
Oh my god!
Right? If you pull that hammer, don't grab the propane.
No. Yeah. And then
when he said hammer, I thought
you about to blow everybody. Everybody.
No, he pulled out it was like a mallet, like a Dayton hammer mallet.
Like a pistol.
He didn't want to do that.
And propane tank. What are you doing?
No. And I ended up knocking the hammer out of his hand, so he ran back and grabbed another weapon, and I knocked that out of his hand. And
so you bought two different hammers, though?
Bro, he kept running back inside the building and getting the weapon. And then when
this sounds like Sylvester and Tweety.
Then when he ran out of weapons, then when he ran out of weapons, he picked up the homie's daughter's Barbie bike and started trying to hit me with the Barbie bike.
This is some Tom and Jerry stuff, bro. You have to come back with a different weapon every time.
This is ridiculous, bro.
I know what'll do it.
Did you crack it with the tank? I want to know.
That even really makes sense.
And no, to answer the chat question, it was not DZ.
Did you?
I was gonna say, if he ran the first time, why didn't you just keep running?
Man,
Eventually, he ran back inside and didn't come back out.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, you all seen it. He ran. He didn't want it.
That's wild.
I gonna fight too.
That's one of them. What else you got?
To the guy that did all the running, bro, do some more push-ups.
Money, you got a list?
Well, I think only one Wiser helped us out there. He wants us to talk about DZ. I know DZ was talking about you when we had him on.
Yeah, he sure was. He sure did have some things to say about me, didn't he?
Yeah.
What's the question? What's the question? What's it about?
What are your thoughts? Yeah, like what is your perspective? You know, I mean, we've seen the posts. Obviously, you know, you post about them sometimes, but what's your perspective on everything, though?
As far as what?
DZ.
He's a clown.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a poser, and he's just a rich kid trying to act like he's from the streets. And you know, this kid, he's from Magnolia, bro. This kid is literally, well, he's not a kid anymore, but DZ is literally the real life Malibu's Most Wanted. He's just a rich kid who went to private school, who woke up one day and said, I want to be a rapper, and I'm going to start trying to run in the streets with these goons. And you know, he thinks because he, you know, walks, talks, and dresses like these people that he's one of them. But you know, bro's not from the struggle. You didn't grow up in the struggle. You're not from the culture. Like, you're just trying to emulate what you see on TV.
Walking and talking and dressing like these streets.
You know, and that's you know, and this, nobody in the town respects him. Like, bro, this cat has been robbed, beat up and robbed like a dozen times, and a bunch of them are on video.
Right.
and it hit the internet. And
is this guy youngin?
Not anymore.
No, we've had him on ID. I
But
don't know if you
know,
were there.
yeah, and you know, and he thinks I was involved. You know, like what he was saying on the show was he thinks I had something to do with some of these videos.
Now
and
I kind of remember that story.
And I didn't have anything to do with these videos, and I honestly I don't know anything about them. I've just
because I don't think he said too much about you, but I remember that he said.
Yeah, I remember now.
I remember him dropping your name.
Yeah, he said something along the lines of he said you were obsessed with him or something.
Why would I be obsessed with?
I
DZ?
don't know.
Yeah, no, like you know, that's his thing. Like, oh, he's just jealous. Jealous of what, bro? Like, what am I going to be jealous of? That you're a professional victim? Like, what are you talking about, bro? You just get beat up and robbed all the time, and nobody respects you. And if anybody's jealous, you jealous of me because you went bald at 25 and I'm 50 and still have a luxurious head of hair. Like, what are you talking about, bro? What would I be jealous of you for? What are you talking about, dog? Nobody's jealous of DZ, man.
Now I'm just curious, were y'all cool at ever?
So I met
cool
DZ, bro. Yeah, you know, I met DZ back in like 2004 at my boy Aaron Bear, rest in peace. My boy Aaron Bear had a car audio shop, and he used to sell my CDs out of there. And I just happened to be in there one day dropping off some CDs, and DZ was there getting his car stereo installed or something, and he knew who I was, and you know, and initially, like, he's a real personable guy, you know, like he's a likable dude when you first meet him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, and he was, you know, respectable and all that. So I, you know, I started working with him. I actually mixed some of the records on his first album, hooked him up with the graphic designer to get the graphics done. So yeah, I was working with him. I actually helped him put out his first album, and you know, but then I went to hang out with him one night for the first time. My first time DZ, like, oh, what's up, D-Sane, man? Let's go out to the club. I'm like, all right, like, I'm gonna come swoop you. I'm like, cool. He comes and picks me up. We go to the club, bro. We pulled up and parked and hopped out the car, and we didn't walk a block without somebody running up on him and going, "What's up, man? Heard you was talking crazy about me," and punked him. And this, I don't even know him, bro. Like, I've just met this cat. I'm hanging out with him for the first time, and he's getting punked by this dude and his homeboy. And I'm like, I kind of stepped over to the side, like, I don't know this. Don't get me, because I don't know you like that, bro. I'm not gonna get in a fight for you, right? So the first night I ever hung out with this dude, he gets punked at the first club we went to. And then we left there and went to another club.
Yeah. Hold on. Did he say anything about that moment when y'all left the club?
I asked after the, so
it had to be a quiet car ride,
so basically what it was DZ was pillow talking with the bride, and the dude was like, "Man, I heard you say woo 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 about me to the bride, and you know, she's lying. I didn't say that." You know, he backpedaled. He's backpedal Bobby, man. He talked his way out of it, and dude was like, "All right, man." Whatever, and he just walked off, and I was like, "What was that about?" And he's like, "Oh man, you know, the bride's lying on me," and I'm like, "Damn, that's messed up." All right, those, you know, whatever. Go in the club. we have a few drinks, leave, go to another club, get out the car, as we're getting out the car, his homeboy is getting into it with someone else. And he gets punked by another dude at this other club. So the first time I hang out with this cat, within the first 2 hours, this guy's getting punked by 2 different people. And I'm like, oh, bro, I can't hang out with you no more, bro. I can't hang out with you.
Oh man, kick your feet for real.
But you know,
Oh, you need to relax, man.
Bro. Why would I be jealous of you, bro? That is the most infamous video in Seattle history, bro. You getting stripped down on video and beat up. And anytime someone says kick your feet, they know exactly what.
DZ, I don't even know you, bro, and I'm not impressed.
Kick your feet. I know people that took that sample and made beats out of it.
I'm not impressed.
Kick your feet. Kick your feet.
He needs some milk.
Some milk.
You sound like you need some milk.
Come on, bro. Why would I be jealous of you?
My thing is this, yo. I don't respect no man that won't shoot the fade with another man. He come knocking on your doorstep. You shoot the fade with that man. You dig what I'm saying? Don't go looking for no hammers and mallets.
Hey, well, first of all, we're talking about 2 different people.
Yeah, that's
I'm not going to mention the name of the other person unless somebody asks.
For sure.
Hey, so who's the other person?
Somebody asked.
Somebody asked. DZ.
Is it?
DZ's never done anything like. I don't even, bro. Oh man. I got so many DZ hanging out with DZ stories, and bro, I remember
you got smoke that follows you. You ain't gotta ask if you want the smoke. All you gotta do is stop walking. The smoke following you, dog. As soon as you stop walking, it's gonna catch up.
Beats out of a beatdown. That's wild.
You know we got the propane tank.
You should just walk up to you want the beat to the beat down. I'm dead right now.
Hey.
Drop that name.
Man, I just try to stay positive these days, man.
Yo, you threw a bike, B.
Bro, yeah.
Threw a bike. And
he threw a bike at you, dog. He had to be some type of mad dog. He grabbed the spurs.
What's funny is that there was 2 people there who witnessed it, who you know, I'm sure you know who they are, and if I said them, you'd be like, oh yeah, they witnessed that. I'm like, yep. Yeah. One of them,
Charlene wants to go to the next question.
One of them was a chick, and she told him, put the bike down and fight D-Sane like a man. Bro, when a female is telling you to put the bike down and fight, you know you being a bitch.
To grease your hands with the chain of a bike to throw it is really.
On that note, no, we are out of time, man. So I want to give you both the
shout out to Charlene.
Yeah, shout out to Charlene, yo.
Hey, Colin, go check out my 206 Zulu interview, man. We talk about the founding of FTS on there, man. I seen one of the chat questions was about
FTS.
Full-time soldier.
Yeah, if we had more time, we definitely would have.
We had to get to the
we do gotta wrap things up. So before we go, both of you guys, we want to give you the opportunity to suggest a guest you think would be a good fit for this show. Someone that you could actually refer to as personally. They don't have to necessarily be a rapper or a singer or even do music, but someone you think would be a good fit for the show. Who do you think, Infra?
A midget? Let me tell you, I think G Uno, like I got a young homie that's coming up. He's running around with Adam 22. Okay. And I kind of want to give him his life, you know. And he did a lot of time and behind the walls and for the neighborhood, and he came out and changed his life. So I think G Uno, man, I think he have a story to tell. He's a rapper from my neighborhood. UNO. I think he'd be a good fit for your show. I think he can bring a lot of stories and stuff, and his trials and tribulations and what he went through and how he went from a young age, spent all his time to becoming, you know what I'm saying, where he at. G.
Okay. Juno. Okay. And D, who do you think we should get?
Man, I don't know. Who have you had?
We've had a lot of people over the years, man.
Yo, what episode is this, D Money?
747.
We've had some guests.
You guys had Swish of Sleep on here?
Yep.
I know you had Sam on.
Yep.
Sam LaChow.
Couple times.
Make it hard on him.
Greaves? You got Greaves on?
Have we had Greaves?
Not to my knowledge.
Good luck trying to track him down, though. The man's always
But the
on.
whole point of this,
He's always on tour.
the whole point of this is you got to connect this.
Yeah.
I can reach out to him.
Okay.
See if he's down.
Okay. All right. And then final word. Anything you want to say before we bounce? Infra Redd, anything you want to say?
Man, go get the truth, man. Presented by Sugar Free, man. My Instagram, INFRA REDD 4BOK. I'm coming out with a reality TV show, The Love for Red. Got a couple midgets, couple fat girls, a couple little bit.
Interesting.
Got some variety.
Hey, man, and stay positive, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, tell them big girls to stay positive. They're gonna make it to the final round. I'm looking out for them.
Yeah.
Right? We ain't popping no balloons for these big girls, you heard?
Hey.
We ain't skinny dipping, we chunky dunking, you heard? It's after 10 o'clock. Don't play with me, son. Don't play with me.
I didn't have me a bald head girl, a midget, and a fat girl at the same time, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds like Aurora Avenue.
I can't wait to see your show, bro. Yo, when does it? When does it air? When you drop what platform? What are you doing?
Not Aurora.
I got a lot of shows right now, but I'm moving them in a mansion, a 9-bedroom mansion in San Diego. I'm gonna start probably shooting in like August. But yeah, man, you should come on, man. I'm gonna bring a couple of celebrities on there and stuff, man. I would love to have y'all energy in the building.
Yo, we gotta be on the show. Let's do an episode.
Yeah.
She was on that show. All right, D-Sane, final word.
Check me out on social media, D-Sane 206, DSANE 206, streetlevelrecords.com. And if you need some mixing and mastering, digitalagesound.com. Holler.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. Next week on Fresh Juice, man, we're paying tribute to the legacy of Nasty Ness with a couple of artists that
rest in peace, Nasty
Yeah,
Ness.
may
That was
he
my
rest.
guy, man, legend.
Yeah, JJ Hudson and the artist Kali will be on the program right here in the studio, sharing it up on the 11th. It will be our 748th episode. So, tune in next week. JJ Hudson and the artist Kali will both be here. Yeah, man. Also, follow us on all of our platforms as always. We're on Facebook there, facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media. IG and X, we're at Fresh Juice Media. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Fresh Juice Media for all Fresh Juice content. We do live shows for you every week, almost every week. You can watch it whenever you want. And we do YouTube shorts on the daily to get your favorite moments of previous episodes and catch them up. We post them up on YouTube there. So go subscribe, youtube.com/@Fresh Juice Media. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you ring the bell, you get all Fresh Juice content first.
Ding, ding.
There you go. Also, we're on podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Amazon, and all the other favorite platforms. Find Fresh Juice at tomorrow. Will be posted up. So yeah, you can get it there. Thank you everybody for tuning in to an edition of Fresh Juice. Peace and bless.
Peace.
We out.